Kelly. Welcome to Shadow Daddy Groupies. I'm Raven.
And I'm Kelly. And today we are going to talk about Servant of Earth by Sarah Hawley. Okay,
This is a Kelly
here is
recommendation.
it is a Kelly recommendation. So we'll see what Raven thought. Sometimes my recommendations are a little hit or miss with her. Okay. Oh God, I'm really nervous now. Evil giggle.
You.
I'm going to start with the 2 minute no spoiler summary. And I'm nervous now. Okay, so Kenna Heron is trapped in an underground Fae realm, a servant to one of the six Fae houses to a princess about to go through the immortality trials. She's asked to help her new mistress in these six trials, which represents one of the houses: fire, earth, light, void, illusion, and blood. If her mistress succeeds in these six trials, then Earth House will have a new immortal princess. If they fail, both could be sentenced to death. While facing monsters and puzzles, she gets caught up in a secret rebellion against the evil king, forced to spy and trying to not catch feelings for the passionate rebellion leader. This book has great political intrigue, shadow daddies, steamy romance, trials, interesting twists, and a big cliffhanger with a plucky protagonist. Everything you could want if you are looking for your next Fae fantasy read.
All right. And trigger warnings. Servant of Earth contains violence, torture, gore, sexual assault, off page, sexual harassment, self harm, grief, slavery, servitude themes, and explicit sexual content.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Mm, mm,
I am
mm.
really nervous. Tell me what you thought, Raven.
Well, I have to read the second because I have to know what's going to happen. But I freaking love it.
Yay! Okay.
I think I gave this book a 5 star.
Yay!
I'm,
Okay,
I,
great.
I'm so invested. I'm so freaking invested. Ugh.
I okay, I'm so glad you feel that way because when I read it, I really liked it and I ran straight to go figure out what the next book was and it hadn't come out and I had to wait all the way to now to read the second book. And it's been on my list of things to get you to read for quite a while. And I was like, okay, I'll just wait until the second book is about to come out to make her read this book because I loved it so much. But I hardly ever see this book recommended anywhere. And I think it is so good.
Okay, I will. Yes, I agree. I agree. I haven't seen this like at all anywhere, but I definitely am not a trials trope kind of girl.
Yeah, I
I
was a little
loved
nervous.
these trials because they were you could actually picture them. It wasn't so chaotic and just it had flow. It had flow and it had reasoning and it was nice. It was very nice. And I'm definitely not a trials gal, so it was good.
I also feel like there's so much other great stuff going on. The trials aren't doing the heavy lifting of the
Mm.
book.
A lot of it was predictable, as I told you at one point. I could kind of predict what was going to happen, but that didn't stop me from wanting to keep going. But I
Oh.
can't remember what part it was. There's one part that I was like, I did not see that coming.
Okay, so let's talk about Kenna Herring. She is a human, and I have a couple of theories about her from this book. They're not spoilers for the second book. Um, but I have a couple of theories. So even in the synopsis, and it's like said a lot in the first few chapters of the book, they talk about her being feral and
Yeah.
no one really welcomes her in her community. She's kind of like on the edge of her community. People just don't really like her. And then midway through the book, there is a situation where a baby is born of two houses, which is illegal. And when that happens, the king takes the baby away and switches them for a human in the human world and makes the baby be raised by human parents, which means they will never go through the immortality trials. They will never become immortal, but they also have a really short, along with their short lifespan, they also never quite fit in.
Hmm.
Did you catch that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so like
100%.
I'm like, okay, she has to be Faye, right?
She, uh, I think so, and I think that uh, there's going to be somebody that we don't even know in plain sight that is who she was switched for. They'd probably be around the same age.
Oh. Huh. Okay, I thought, and I can't figure out the timeline. I was trying to figure out when I was reading. You know how what's the Fire Prince's name? Not Callum, but the other one.
Uh, Starts with a D. Don't do this to me. I just read it. I just read his freaking name. Hold on. I'll tell you right now. All I gotta do is open the book to whatever page, any page. Maybe not this page. Don't move. I'm gonna look. I can't remember this off the top of my head. I've been saying it for the last. Oh, I just saw. Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know, but he's
Okay.
good. Drustin.
So Dresden.
Ugh.
Okay. So the Fire Prince Dresden is emotionally stunted. I'm having a moment with emotionally stunted men, so just bear with me as I hate on Dresden for a minute. So Dresden was in love with this woman, this other woman from Firehouse, but this woman that he was madly in love with fell in love with a prince of Earth House, the heir of Earth House. They fell in love, they had a baby, and something happened and they got found out. And they tried to fight and they both died.
I already thought about that.
And the baby is where?
I already
I,
thought
I'm wondering
about
if
that.
I'm wondering if she's the baby. They don't really tell you how long ago that was, though, right?
Well, it doesn't really matter because of how old they are. Like, it really does not matter how long.
No, no, but
Oh, but
when
her
a
age, her age.
changeling, yeah, when a changeling goes to the human world, they age like a human. So, however old Kenna is,
I think she's
20 something,
24.
yeah, that would if that happened 24 years ago, then right? How old is the Earth Princess? Did we figure that out? She's like 18, maybe?
No, she's closer. All it says is she's close to her age, maybe
Okay.
older.
Did they say whether she was born before her brother died?
I think she was born when her brother died, like right
I don't know.
after. I don't
Anyway,
know.
I'm like, she has to be the princess, right? She has to be the missing baby from the Earth Prince and the Fire
And it
Girl. I
doesn't
don't
it
know.
it doesn't say how old Earth brother, how old he was when he died. Um, it doesn't say anything about his age. It doesn't say anything about her age. There's numbers missing, so it has to be. Has to be.
I don't know. I'm just like, I'm wondering if she is
I thought
that
about it.
baby because I was waiting like the whole time for the mother, the Earth Princess mother, to be like to find out that this is her fucking granddaughter and then grow a pair of balls and and finally fight. I was like, come on. This is your granddaughter, right? I don't know. So we go through. We have Dresden, who actually like for a while I kind of liked. And
He was
but of
hot.
course, he was hot. He was kind of sexy. He was definitely a little narcissistic, and emotionally stunted because he can't love anyone else because some woman chose someone else.
I know what's not stunted. Mm. By the way,
Okay,
I actually enjoyed the spice.
you did. Okay,
I
all right.
did, and
I
it
mean, there's
wasn't
not
too
a
much.
ton of it, but
It
there
was,
was spice.
everybody writes it differently, but I did enjoy it. I am starting to realize that I don't like reading stories that don't have substance and like the just spice only thing. No, I
Mm.
like being
Okay.
emotionally attached to my characters. But anyhow, yes, I like Kenna. I think that I agree with you on those theories.
But he super betrays Kenna
He's a
and
little,
Earth House.
what a little bitch.
What a little bitch.
I was like, the audacity.
She's like, dude, what? Yeah,
But
she's
yet she's
pissed.
still in like the back of her mind, like lusting at like I want to just slap her. But I get it. I mean, she lost the V to the D, and it was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I get it. I did not expect that though. I was like, oh,
That was,
they're not
yeah.
gonna. Oh,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
was like, this
Yep.
little hooker, I'm mad at you right now.
Okay, did you? I think I saw this coming, but it was still a little surprising, I think. I don't know. I saw it coming. Were you expecting her friend to still be alive?
Yeah, yeah, because she said she disappeared. Like,
Yeah.
uh, that's sketchy. I kind of already thought it. I thought, the one girl that worked in the brothel was gonna be her friend for a second, and then I
Mm.
realized, um, but yeah, no, but I forgot about her, and then like at the end, I was like, oh, nope, I know who this is. I know who this is. But poor
Yeah.
thing, she's so traumatized, and I
So traumatized.
cannot wait for Laura to baby her.
Mm. Well, and then the next big twist, she becomes immortal because she went through all the trials with Laura. Did you expect Laura to basically fail?
I when it got closer, I was like, oh, she really didn't do much, but she did do it. And
Yeah.
I didn't see I completely forgot about the getting your magic taken thing. I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah. So she doesn't have any magic. Her mom fucking disowns her. I'm so mad at her mom. Like,
And you know
her,
what? I'm mad. I'm mad that Kenna did not bring back her brother, Miss Blood Princess. Yeah, because they can like
um, I didn't even think about that.
yeah, poor little guy.
Yeah.
I was mad about
Sweet
that.
boy.
Fucking bitch ass
Hmm.
Dresden. Don't even get. I
I
got.
know.
I was so embarrassed.
I'm so excited for you to read what Dresden does in the next book.
He's a he's. There's a lot of words for that. He's a lot of
Hmm.
words.
Okay, and also, I don't know about you, but when I was reading this book, I just kept waiting for her and Callum to like something to happen. And I ended this book being like, he has to step forward in the second book. Like, he's too hot and broody not to be a bigger part of the second book. That's all I was like, the next book, I feel like she was setting it up for Callum and her to get together in the second book. That's how I felt. What did you feel?
She's passing it around downtown in the hive. I'm glad at the pace. Um,
Okay.
I wouldn't mind it taking a little more time. That's fine. But when it does happen, I would like it to be very impactful. Um,
Okay. So you're shipping them
I
too?
I really like that she talked up Justin and like made you actually like him and put him like a real character, like a real personality, and you put interest into him before she was
Mm.
like, 'cause normally, in the first love interest, they don't always work out, but then at some point you're kind of actually hoping this one was working out a little bit, and then you knew it
Mm,
wasn't
hmm.
going to because he wasn't big and broody.
Yeah. But yeah, like yeah, I agree. I was emotionally invested in Callum or not Callum, Dustin. And even though I kind of wanted her and Callum to get together, I was still emotionally invested in Dustin. But then when he did what he did, I was like, nope, no, never.
Several times. But you
Do
know what?
not
Oh,
forgive that man.
I was very confused because like Justin's doing like an uprising as well as Callum. So they're both trying to plan this whole coup, and it's just I was like, why didn't they just work together?
I know, right? Okay,
Uh-huh.
well, I don't want to spoil anything, but you'll figure out why later.
Ooh, can't wait.
Can't wait. Okay, so I yeah, I really like this book. I really highly recommend it. Um, it's not super long, but I felt like it was a good, I felt I liked the pacing, I liked the cliffhanger, and
It's not
I was
bad.
really excited about getting to the second book.
I think it's like 450 pages. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
It was a good read. It was a good read. Good pace.
Oh, by the way, so when I was looking up some stuff on Sarah Hawley to see like what else she's written and if there was a date for the third book, which there's not. I found out she lives in the Pacific Northwest. She lives in the Seattle area and she was doing a bunch of like book signings and book meet and greets all along this area that I used to live in Washington for the book release of Princess and Blood. And I was like, damn, I wish this
You're gonna
book would
make
have come out just like a few weeks later because then I would have been in the area and I would have gotten to meet her and get my
you
book signed.
you would have had a very lengthy checklist of things to do.
I know I already have a lengthy checklist of things to do. I have to tell you my drama.
A
Well, we're not.
lengthy checklist.
I'll tell you my drama when we're
Uh,
done here.
yeah, I was about to say we'll wrap it up before then. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna start the second one tonight, but I'm gonna fall asleep. But I'm gonna end up doing my like half sleep, half read for a while.
Okay. Yay. Okay, everyone go read Servant of Earth and give Sarah Hawley some love. I really like this book a lot.
Me too. Okay, bye.
Bye.